Ash here from the Network Studios, and I would just like to say thank you for 100 subscribers. Now, this doesn't really bother me too much because I've already hit 100 subscribers on another YouTube channel before, and I've hit 600 likes on my Facebook page, which liking a Facebook page technically does the same thing as a YouTube channel. You subscribe to a YouTube channel to see more of what the channel does. You like a Facebook page to see more of what the Facebook page posts. So, in other words, I kind of just class it as the same thing, but because they're both different, like, social medias, I guess, I kind of, they kind of go under different names. But yeah, I'd still like to say thank you. Like, it still means a lot. It just doesn't feel as exciting as it did on the last channel, because obviously that was a goal that I already hit. So I thought, seeing as though we hit 100 subscribers, I would share with you my biggest fear. Now, this is something I have never ever done on the YouTube channel before. But seeing as though we've hit 100 subscribers, I thought I would go ahead and share with you my biggest fear. So at first, you guys are gonna probably think this is something massive, and then when I tell you what it is, you're gonna kind of be like, "Is that all it is?" But it kind of really scares me. For some reason, I don't know why it scares me, but my biggest fear, the things I am the scared of the most, the things I do not like, is bees or wasps. I don't know why, but I've never liked bees or wasps. That's one thing I have never liked for as long as I can remember. And when I say bees or wasps, like, if there's a bee in the front room of our house, I cannot be in the house. I can't be upstairs. I can't even be upstairs with the door shut. If I know there is a bee in the house, I have to be so far away from the house. Like, I have to, like, go right down the bottom of the garden, or I have to, like, just go so far away that I'm not in any distance of hearing the bee or seeing the bee. I don't know why. I've never been stung by a bee or a wasp, but I've never liked them. I've never been stung by a bee or a wasp. That's one thing that I've never done. That might be due to the fact that I always run a mile when I see a bee or a wasp. But that's just something I've never liked. For some reason, like, I know bees can sting, and I think that's one thing what I don't like. Another thing what I don't like about them is the fact that they buzz, and they're like bigger than like a normal fly or something like that. You can get some really big bees. Like, I'm talking, you can get some big, just mental, just fucking killer bees. But I've never in my entire life had anything to do with bees or liked bees. And we had a bee's nest under our shed once, where I'm doing the music studio. And we also had a bee's nest in another shed last year, and that's where we get most of our electrical supply stuff out, like aerials and stuff like that. So going in there to get that was, pretty terrifying, knowing that there's a nest of bees in there, and they used to fly like under the door and then back outside, and they used to buzz around, and sometimes there'd be like 4 or 5 of them, nearly 6, just buzzing around the door of the shed, and it was like you couldn't even go down the garden. But that is my biggest fear. That is the one thing that I am most scared of in my whole entire life. There's not much I am scared of, to be fair. Horror movies don't scare me, heights don't scare me. I don't like fast rides, they scare me, but that's because of issues with my eyesight. That's not to do with just technically being afraid. That's because of issues I had.
Like this roller coaster that I'm making then.
That's because of problems with my eyesight in the past, and I also don't like things wobbling when I'm high up. Like technically I can climb as high as ever. I could climb all day if I knew I was on something safe. Or like if I got to the top and I knew it was going to be safe, and I could just stand on there and look down and not worry about slipping or falling, or I could just sit up there all day. That wouldn't bother me. Like going up towers and things like Blackpool Tower and standing on the glass floor, it doesn't bother me like one entire tiny little bit. But if like something's wobbling, or like someone's wobbling a ladder when I'm climbing up it, or for example if I'm climbing up something quite high and it starts to wobble, I just do not like it. But other than that, there's nothing else I'm really scared of. Horror movies don't scare me or anything like that. So I thought, seeing as though we hit 100 subscribers, I would share some more. I'd share that kind of embarrassing story that I'm scared of bees or wasps. Now, if we do hit another certain amount of subscribers, or if we get a certain amount of likes on this video, let's say if we hit 10 likes on this video, I have another embarrassing story that I will share to you guys on the YouTube channel. And trust me, this next story, I told it on an Instagram live stream earlier on, and it is hilarious, but you guys will have to like the video to see it. So if we hit 10 likes on this video, I will share that with you. So like, subscribe and comment. We will see you in the next video. Thanks for 100 subscribers. Means a lot to for you pals to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you again.